The universe does not reflect what you want, it reflects what you are.
We are taught from the moment we open our eyes that we are passive observers. We are told that we are born into a pre-existing, solid world, and that our only job is to navigate its rules, survive its obstacles, and accept its limitations. But what if the physical world is not a fixed, external stage? What if the solid walls, the money in your bank, and the circumstances of your life are not happening to you, but through you? In the late 20th century, a visionary researcher of human consciousness named Jacobo Grinberg dedicated his life to exploring this staggering premise. His work revealed a fundamental truth that challenged modern physics. Our minds do not simply interpret the reality around us, they actually project it. Grinberg's research suggested that the human mind acts as a powerful channel between absolute possibility and physical reality. When that channel is clear, we perceive and experience a direct alignment with our deepest intents. But when the channel is clogged with subconscious doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs, our projected reality becomes fragmented, keeping us trapped in a cycle of frustration. The universe, in its purest state, is a mirror. It has no choice but to reflect exactly what you are projecting. 50 years before Grinberg was mapping these concepts in a laboratory, a quiet mystic in New York named Neville Goddard was teaching the exact same mechanism to packed theaters. In 1944, he published a slim but explosive text, "Feeling is the Secret." Neville did not use EEG machines or laboratory data. He used the raw laws of human consciousness. He taught that consciousness is the one and only reality, the absolute cause as well as the substance of the entire visible world. He broke down the human mind into two distinct forces, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind is the male aspect. It selects, generates ideas, and decides where to direct attention. The subconscious mind is the female aspect, the non-selective womb of creation that accepts those ideas and faithfully gives them physical form and expression in the outer world. Though they operated in different eras and spoke different languages, one of neurophysiology and the other of ancient metaphysics, Grinberg and Goddard arrived at the exact same absolute law. They discovered that the universe is not listening to your spoken words or your desperate wishes. It does not discern human language at all. It reads your vibrational reactions. It responds to what you feel is already real. Everything in your life, your reality, and your experiences is like an audition for your attention. When you react to the world with fear or lack, you are saying yes to those states, casting a vote for their amplification. To change the projection, you must change the film. You must learn how to speak the silent, powerful language of the subconscious. And the gateway to that reprogramming is closer than you think. To understand how to write your own reality, you must first understand the medium you are writing upon. Historically, we have viewed empty space as a void, but the convergence of modern neurophysiology and ancient metaphysics reveals a far more complex architecture. They suggest that what we call space is actually a high-density holographic grid, a cosmic lattice of pure, unmanifested energy. This lattice holds every potential state of existence, every possible version of your life, and every reality you could ever desire. It is a field of infinite probability, and it is completely silent until it interacts with a conscious observer. This is where the research of Jacobo Grinberg alters everything we know about human limits. Grinberg's work demonstrated that our minds do not merely interpret an already existing, physical reality. Instead, they project it. Your brain acts as a biological transceiver, emitting a neural field of thoughts and emotions that vibrates at a specific frequency. This neural field acts like a laser beam hitting a hologram. When your consciousness projects a specific vibration, it interacts with the cosmic lattice, forcing the infinite field of raw energy to collapse, solidify, and shape the physical world around you. You are not living in a world. You are actively projecting the world you live in. If your mind is the projector, how do you select which reality is printed? The answer lies in the law of attention. The universe is a direct reflection of consciousness. Everything in your life, your reality, and your experiences is like an audition for your attention. Thoughts and circumstances are not creators in themselves. They are merely empty vessels vying for your energy. When you choose to focus your attention on a thought or a circumstance, even a negative one, you are casting a vote for its amplification. You are investing your energy into that specific frequency. Conversely, when you actively withhold your attention from a circumstance, it loses its impact on your vibration. What you ignore ceases to exist in your experiential realm. The challenge of the human condition is that we navigate this process unconsciously. We react to our current limitations with fear and worry, completely unaware that by giving them our attention, we are instructing the lattice to keep projecting them. This brings us to the core equation of the universe. The outside mirrors the inside. As Neville Goddard wrote, consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. It is impossible for you to see anything other than the contents of your own consciousness. To seek on the outside for that which you do not already feel you are is to seek in vain. The universe does not give you what you want. It finds and reflects only what you are. If you are vibrating with fear, doubt, and scarcity, the cosmic mirror has no choice but to reflect situations that confirm those feelings. But when you align your vibration with what you desire, the physical world must warp to match your projection. The question is no longer how to change your life. The question is, how do we bypass our logical, doubting minds and write a new code directly into the projector? To do that, we must enter the deepest, most mysterious portal of human consciousness. If the physical world is a projection of the mind, how do we choose which reality collapses from the infinite possibilities of the lattice? The answer lies in the silent gatekeeper of your mind, your attention. Every single thing in your life, your reality, and your experiences is standing on that dark stage, constantly auditioning for your attention. The financial struggle, the perfect career, the chronic illness, the ideal relationship. They are all waiting in the wings. Just as celestial bodies orbit around the sun, your thoughts, feelings, perceptions, and sensations depend entirely on the energy you invest in them. They have no life of their own. They only exist because you feed them your focus, and that which you ignore, quite literally, ceases to exist in your experiential realm. In the standard understanding of the law of attraction, we are told that thoughts are the creators of our reality. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding. Thoughts, in and of themselves, are completely empty vessels. They are hollow shells floating through the ether, simply vying for your attention. They possess absolutely no creative power until you choose to energize them. You hold the master key. You say yes to a thought by reacting to it, or you dismiss it with a silent "no thank you." This means that anything transpiring in your physical environment does not have to become your personal experience if you choose not to lend it your attention. It may sound entirely counterintuitive, but it is a mathematical fact of the grid. When you refuse to invest your attention, events and circumstances instantly lose their impact on your vibrational frequency. They starve, they lose their density, and eventually, they dissolve back into the unmanifested lattice. Mastering this dynamic is akin to becoming a skilled conductor directing a massive, complex orchestra. You must choose which thoughts and emotions to amplify through your attention and which to leave in absolute silence. When you elect to focus on a particular aspect of your reality, you are, in essence, casting a vote for its physical amplification. Conversely, by actively withholding your attention from negative thoughts or unwanted circumstances, you convey a clear, mathematical message to the universe. You are entirely disinterested in their presence in your experience. Most of us navigate this process completely unconsciously. When a negative event occurs, we offer our reaction to it. But the universe does not read your words of complaint. It reads only your vibrational reactions. Any reaction you offer, whether it is anger, fear, or desperation, is interpreted by the universe as a "yes, please, give me more of that." Your attention is the conduit through which you dictate the very composition of your life's symphony. Expanding your consciousness is like acquiring expertise in a highly complex card game where the rules are not always made public. Life is not a simple, linear story. It is a dynamic, multidimensional game, and your level of mastery is determined entirely by your awareness of its variables. If you engage in a poker game with seasoned, professional players as a complete novice, you will easily fall prey to their strategic maneuvers. In the exact same way, if you walk through life reacting blindly to every circumstance, you remain a passive player in a game you are mathematically designed to control. To gain greater control over your reality, you must transition from a passive spectator to an active participant. You must learn the unspoken rules of the game. And the first rule of this game is knowing how to program your projection when your conscious mind is completely out of the way. To control the projection of your reality, you must first understand the interface of the projector itself. Consciousness is not a single, flat entity. It is a massive stream divided into two highly distinct parts, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind is personal and highly selective. The subconscious mind is entirely impersonal and completely non-selective. In the ancient metaphysical traditions, and within the secret mechanics of reality creation, these two forces are treated as the male and female divisions of creation. The conscious mind is male. The subconscious mind is female. And just like in the physical world, creation can only occur when these two forces are joined in absolute union. The relationship between these two aspects of your mind is absolute. The conscious mind generates ideas and impresses these ideas onto the subconscious. The subconscious, acting as the non-selective womb of creation, receives these ideas and gives them physical form and expression. Through this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing that idea onto the subconscious, all things evolve out of your consciousness. Without this exact sequence, there is not anything made that is made. The subconscious mind never originates ideas of its own. It does not possess intentionality. It is a repository of energy. It does not possess intentionality. It is a repository of energy. It simply accepts as absolute truth whatever the conscious mind feels to be true, and in a way known only to itself, objectifies that accepted feeling in your physical world. This means that you hold complete control over creation through your power to imagine, to select, and most importantly, to feel. But it is also the exact point where almost every human being unknowingly breaks the machine. This is the linguistic mismatch, the logical trap that keeps millions of people locked in struggle. When you repeatedly say or think, "I will be successful," or "I want abundance," your conscious mind believes it is projecting a positive desire. But the subconscious does not read your words. It reads only the raw vibration of your present moment feeling. If you feel the state of "I will be," you are actively confessing, "I am not right now." The statement "I am healthy" is an immediate frequency of possession. The statement "I will be healthy" is a frequency of lack. Because the subconscious mind lacks the capacity to reject information or filter out unhealthy thoughts, it accepts this underlying feeling of lack as your order. It takes your feeling of wanting, treats it as a present moment fact, and faithfully outpictures a reality where you must continue to want. The dominant of your feelings is the one that is always expressed. The subconscious is not concerned with the truth or falsity of your feelings. The subconscious mind is completely impartial. It will never alter the accepted beliefs of a human being. It simply outpictures them to the absolute last detail, whether they are beneficial or destructive. This is why sensation precedes manifestation. Sensation is the foundation upon which all physical reality rests. To write a new program into the cosmic lattice, you must entirely abandon the concept of the future. You must bypass the logical defenses of the conscious mind and assume the exact feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. You must move from the state of wanting to the state of being. But how do we achieve this when our physical senses are constantly screaming that our desires are not yet real? How do we slip past the critical mind to plant the seed? To do that, we must exploit the two natural, biological gateways built directly into the human experience. If the physical universe is a blank canvas and your subconscious is the brush, when is the canvas painted? The answer lies in a state of being you enter every single night. Sleep is not merely a biological necessity for physical recovery. It is the natural door into the subconscious mind. It is the life that occupies 1/3 of our entire stay on this earth, yet we treat it as a passive void. In truth, the conscious, waking 2/3 of your life on earth is measured entirely by the degree of attention and preparation you give to your sleep. It is the time when your conscious mind turns away from the world of the senses to meet its creator, its own subjective, subconscious self. In the ancient, secret mechanics of reality creation, sleep is defined as the ultimate creative act. It is the moment where the male conscious mind and the female subconscious mind are creatively joined, becoming one flesh. The subconscious loves the conscious mind exactly as it is, and it possesses no desire to alter your waking state. It simply takes whatever state of being you present to it and faithfully reproduces its physical likeness in the outer world of form. The conditions, events, and circumstances of your life are literally your children, formed directly from the molds of your subconscious impressions during sleep. They are made in your image and likeness so that they may reveal your internal state to yourself. They are made in your image and likeness so that they may reveal your internal state to yourself. Whatever you hold in your consciousness as you drop off to sleep is the absolute measure of what will be expressed in your waking life tomorrow. This is the fatal mistake that keeps millions of people locked in a cycle of perpetual struggle. Before dropping off to sleep, they lay in bed and scroll through their phones, exposing their highly suggestible minds to the anxieties, chaos, and conflicts of the world. Or they lie awake, rehashing the mistakes of their past, worrying about their finances, or stressing over what went wrong during their day. By doing this, they are actively gathering the composite attitude of mind made up of all the reactions, worries, and failures of the waking day, and hand-delivering them to the subconscious womb. Once you fall asleep, your conscious mind retreats, and you lose all freedom of choice. Your entire slumber is completely dominated by your last waking concept of yourself. If you fall asleep feeling discouraged, dissatisfied, or defeated, the subconscious accepts that state as your request, spends the night rehearsing it, and constructs your tomorrow in its exact image. To program the lattice with your desired reality, you must utilize the sleep protocol with absolute intent. First, prepare your physical vessel. Lie flat on your back, with your head on a level with your body. Quietly relax your muscles, and consciously shut out the evidence of your physical senses. Devalue everything your current environment says you lack. Second, activate multisensory visualization. Do not observe your desire from the outside, like a spectator watching a movie. Step directly into the experience. If your goal is a new career, feel the physical texture of your desk under your fingers. Smell the fresh paint of the office. Hear the voices of your colleagues congratulating you on your success. Make it so vivid in your mind that your physical body cannot tell the difference between imagination and physical reality. Third, capture the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Ask yourself, how would I feel right now if my dream was already my physical reality? Let the profound relief, the gratitude, and the satisfaction of that answer completely monopolize and immobilize your attention. Wrap yourself in that exact feeling and quietly drop off to sleep in the consciousness of success. As you slip into unconsciousness, you are planting the seed in the fertile ground of the subconscious, and the cosmic lattice has no mathematical choice but to let it grow. For thousands of years, humanity has practiced a ritual under countless names, wrapped in different dogmas and directed toward different gods. We call it prayer. But when we strip away the religious theater and analyze the mechanism through the lens of modern neurophysiology and consciousness projection, we discover something far more profound. Prayer is not a plea sent to a distant deity. It is a deliberate biological technique used to access the deepest layers of the human computer. As Neville Goddard wrote, prayer is an illusion of sleep. It is a highly controlled state of consciousness designed to diminish the heavy impressions of the physical world and render your mind completely receptive to suggestion from within. It is not about begging for what you lack. It is about preparing yourself to receive what is already yours. This is where almost every attempt at prayer or conscious manifestation collapses. When your physical senses confirm the absence of your wish, your logical mind immediately panics. You try to fight this doubt using sheer willpower. You squeeze your eyes shut, clench your fists, and try to force a mental image of success into your brain. But in the mechanics of the mind, conscious effort is fatal. Whenever you are trapped in the state of I should like to have this, but I cannot, the harder you try, the less you are able to yield to your wish. Why? Because willpower belongs to the conscious mind. When you try to force a reality that your physical senses deny, you only succeed in magnifying the feeling of struggle and lack. And whenever your willpower is in conflict with your deep, subconscious feelings, the feeling will always be the victor. The dominant feeling invariably expresses itself. True prayer is not a battle of strength. It is the absolute art of yielding. To bypass the critical filters of your logical mind and speak directly to the subconscious, you must create a passive state. A state of reverie similar to the relaxed twilight that precedes sleep. This is the meditation routine of the Creator. First, find a place of absolute comfort. Sit in a supportive chair or lie flat on your back on a bed with your head level with your body. Close your eyes and withdraw your energy from the physical room around you. Second, consciously induce a state of deep passivity. Mentally repeat the phrases, I am sleepy, so very sleepy. Do not force the feeling. Simply let it wash over you. Within a few minutes, a pleasant, faraway sensation accompanied by a total loss of desire to move will envelop your physical vessel. You are awake, you are conscious, but you are completely detached from the physical world. Third, once this passive state is reached, gently introduce your desire. Not as a future hope, but as an already accomplished present moment fact. Do not waste energy visualizing how it will happen or the obstacles in your way. Simply feel yourself as already having achieved it. When you emerge from this state of prayer, your relationship with the physical world must change. You must act as if you have just been shown the final, successful scene of a grand play. You were not shown the struggles, the delays, or the anticlimactic sequences that the characters had to endure to get there. But you have witnessed the end. And because you have witnessed the end, you remain completely calm, secure, and indifferent to any temporary setbacks in the physical world. You know with mathematical certainty how the story finishes. You do not need to fight, you do not need to force, and you do not need to beg. The end has been perfectly defined, and the cosmic lattice is already reorganizing itself to bring it to pass. But what happens when the projection channel itself is blocked by old, corrupted code? How do we clear the static of our past conditioning? To do that, we must learn how to debug the biological projector. You can visualize every night, you can enter deep states of prayer, and you can repeat affirmations until you are exhausted. But if you are hitting an invisible wall, it is because your biological projector is running on corrupted code. These are your internal blockages. Jacobo Grinberg's research demonstrated that the human mind is a powerful channel between absolute possibility and physical reality. But if that channel is clogged with subconscious doubts, fears, or deeply buried feelings of unworthiness, your projected reality becomes warped. Your manifestations get stuck. The biggest obstacles to your success do not exist in the physical world. They are running silently in the background of your own mind. You cannot force a new, vibrant reality to print on the lattice when your operating system is silently projecting a belief that you do not deserve it. To change the projection, we must locate and delete the corrupted files. To debug the projector, you must run a system diagnostic. Take out a piece of paper and write down your biggest, most ambitious desire. Now, quiet your mind and pay close attention to the immediate, cynical voice that whispers back to you. Pay attention to the thoughts that say, "I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this, or it's too hard." These thoughts are your subconscious blockages. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. Once you have identified these beliefs, you must challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief an absolute, mathematical truth of the universe? Of course not. Most of these beliefs are not, even yours. They are simply the accumulated data of your social conditioning and past personal experiences, handed down to you by a world operating in scarcity. They are habits of thought, and because they are thoughts, they can be rewritten. For every limiting belief you uncover, write down a new, empowering belief to replace it. Change I am not good enough to, I am more than enough, and success flows to me effortlessly. But blockages are not just abstract thoughts, they are somatic emotions stored directly in the nervous system. Fear, doubt, and anxiety weigh down your physical body, anchoring your vibration to the very circumstances you want to escape. To release them, practice a simple somatic clearance. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, and visualize pure light filling your body and dissolving all tension. Hold it, then exhale fully through your mouth, imagining all the stored doubt, fear, and unworthiness leaving your body as dark smoke. Once the signal is clear, you must instantly raise your frequency using advanced gratitude. Most people wait for something good to happen in the physical world before they express thankfulness. But that is reacting to the past. True manifestation requires you to express intense gratitude for what you want before it shows up in your life. By thanking the universe in advance, you bypass the illusion of lack. You signal to the subconscious that your desire is already an accomplished fact, forcing the lattice to warp and align with your state of possession. But do not mistake this for a passive process. The universe is not a magic genie that grants wishes while you sit idly by. It works with you, not for you. You must execute the new code through inspired action. There is a vast difference between forced action and inspired action. Forced action is driven by fear, desperation, and panic, like applying for 100 jobs out of sheer terror of being broke. Inspired action, however, comes from a place of absolute clarity, alignment, and resonance. It is the sudden, exciting nudge of your inner guidance system, telling you to reach out to a specific person, take a new course, or start a project. It is that intuitive gut feeling that feels natural, even if it pushes you out of your comfort zone. Think of the universe as your GPS. It knows exactly where you want to go, and it has already mapped the route. But a GPS cannot calculate a path or open new doors for a vehicle that remains completely stationary. The moment you take one inspired step, the path begins to unfold. What once seemed completely impossible suddenly becomes inevitable. You do not need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. You only need to show the universe that you are moving. The greatest illusion of the human experience is the belief that you are a small, fragile creature walking around inside a giant, uncaring universe. In reality, the entire universe is walking around inside of you. You are the universe, And speaking to the universe is simply a continuous, intimate dialogue with your own higher self. You hold the ultimate reins of your existence. When you look out at a world of struggle, delay, and limitation, you are not looking at objective facts. You are looking at your own subconscious impressions, faithfully outpictured to the last detail. You have absolutely no one to change but yourself. In this entire, infinite game of creation, you have neither an opponent nor a helper in bringing about the shift within your reality. You only have your own consciousness. This is where the science of Jacobo Grinberg and the metaphysics of Neville Goddard merge into a single, unshakable law. The pre-spatial lattice is the blank canvas. Your conscious mind is the artist, and your deepest, subconscious feelings are the paint. Your brain's neural field is constantly warping the fabric of space to match your internal state. If you want to change the picture on the screen, you must stop trying to manually tear down the physical reflection. Instead, you must investigate your internal state, cleanse your perception, and purify your being. When you change your internal state of consciousness, the lattice has no mathematical choice but to collapse into a new physical form. Sensation is the code, feeling is the secret. Once you align your mind, body, and spirit with the reality you desire, the physical doors will swing open, and the miracles will begin to unfold. You are no longer a passive player, falling prey to the random circumstances of life. You are an active participant, an artist, a sovereign creator. Stop begging the universe for a break. Stop asking for success, for love, or for abundance from a place of lack. Become the frequency of what you desire. Leave in the quiet, unshakable confidence that your wish is already an accomplished fact. Fall asleep in the warm embrace of satisfaction. Wake up and take the inspired action that your intuition guides you toward. The cosmic lattice is waiting for your next instruction. This is the sacred craft of transforming your internal energy into physical reality. This is the art of inner alchemy. If this message has resonated with your soul, take a moment to elevate your energy. Like this video and subscribe to our channel, Inner Alchemy, to join a conscious collective dedicated to mastering the hidden laws of reality. Do not let this be another video you simply watch and forget. Declare your sovereign authority to the cosmic grid right now. Leave a comment below, declaring your intention to activate the code. Write the words, "The universe always says yes to me." Declare it, write it down, feel it in your heart, and watch how the physical projection of your life begins to shift. The universe is always listening. The only question left is, are you ready to receive?